time to take action, give birth to your dreams, creative projects that will be very successful, abundance and prosperity. Heck yes! Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, love attraction, all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our weekly energy reading. I brought out a ton of my decks. I have a whole tray, and then I have a whole basket. Check out all of my cards. So I feel like Spirit was guiding me to expand and maybe use some different decks. So let's open up some sacred space. I have my Palo burning. So we're going to call on our guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron. Please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and widest light messages to come through. Bless me. Bless my cards. Bless my beautiful viewers. We are going to command that all lower vibrational energies, entities, and attachments, you must leave the 32 layers of our auric field now. You must leave now. Deep breath in. Hopefully you just felt a little bit of energy shifting away from your auric field where you just feel lighter. A lot of times when I say that prayer, it feels like something's jumping off of my body. It's a very unique feeling. It's kind of cool, but also creepy. But that's what lower vibrational energies do. They feel like an energy, where it feels like a vibration, right? And it's a vibration that doesn't match you, so you don't feel calm. Okay, let's do a little, we're going to start with Micah Magic, because why not? Get some messages from my daughter, Micah. I just saw at the bottom of the deck, a limiting belief is blocking you. First one that jumped, Frog Spirit is saying, take a vacation. So if you're getting an intuition to go somewhere new, to maybe just get out of your environment. I was just on a call last night with a girl who she once lived in California and she lives in Louisiana, which is her hometown. And, she's going to California in September. And we were talking about how it's not really a vacation. It's almost like she lives in two different environments and she's just hopping back and forth. But when we get this card, it's saying, go somewhere new. Go somewhere you've never been before, because sometimes your soul is calling you to go somewhere to receive energy from the environment, to receive energy from the earth where that place is. They say certain land holds certain codes and certain healing frequencies. And also we know the vibration of certain cities are really good for us and some cities are not really good for us. So somebody's being called to go and heal maybe by the water, because the frog represents, it's an animal that lives on land and water. So when we need to kind of refresh and recharge, we got to jump back in the water, soak up all that juice and then go back out on land and do our mission. Okay, so we have Gazelle. Yeah, so somebody's being guided to chill out, relax, watch a sunset, watch a sunrise, go on vacation, just rest for right now. While you're doing that, look for the breadcrumbs that the universe might be sending you. Breadcrumbs are happening every single day, you guys. Like I just had, and my throat chakra's going nuts. When we feel like there's no magic in our life, there is. You're just not catching it. That same client, she randomly got a check from an old investment that she closed out years ago, and she just got a check from it. This is magic. We can manifest money literally from thin air, and I think we're all being called to practice using that feminine energy to create from the womb space, from this void of nothingness, that we can create anything. So looking for the breadcrumbs would be those little moments of, even if the check was like $10, that's still creation. Okay, so don't overlook those moments where you're receiving small little things. The universe doesn't know the difference between the small things and the big things. And I hear the lawnmower, so I might pause this if they come close to my backyard. So if you see me quickly go to pause, I just want to save you guys from hearing it. I feel like he already went by my yard. That's why I came out here, because I was like, I'm not doing it until he's gone. Then we have co-create your days. So when you're resting, right, it's a call to open up the blank space of, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do today. Let me co-create. I'm going to pause. Okay, it sounded like he was getting closer, but he's not. They should be gone soon, but you're going to co-create your days. You're going to look for the breadcrumbs as you're co-creating, because these breadcrumbs keep us going. They're exactly what they say they are. They're little baby crumbs all along the journey where you get to get a taste of the magic. And, manifestation can be a toxic loop because you think that you're going to feel a certain way when you get to a certain destination, but you don't. I'm telling you, there's so many people. If you go on YouTube and search, I manifested $1 million or I manifested this, like those people explain how the feeling doesn't change. If anything, the money just amplifies the wounds inside them and helps them see more of their fears. So, along the way, you want to unpack all of your wounding, all of your shame, all of your guilt, so that you can be clear to appreciate those tiny breadcrumbs along the journey, knowing that no destination is going to change how you feel. You have to feel good receiving everything that life brings you and not waver, not get sad if something doesn't arrive, not be overly happy if something does, because guess what happens after that? You come down and you crash. So we want to be even. I teach my clients, like, we want to be neutral. We don't want to be triggered by things anymore. One of the first things that I coach my women clients through is identifying triggers. Where throughout your day are you not free? Where is your body telling you, like, this is uncomfortable, or I have anxiety here, or fear is surfacing? And now we have go into your cave. Go into your cave. Spirit, what do you mean by that? Oh, they just said it's vacation. You're going into your cave to vacation. You're getting away from the bright lights so that you can heal. Make that change, and you make the change and you'll feel amazing. That could be just simply booking the trip. And you guys, sometimes I gave guidance to one of the women in my coaching program, and I told her to go get an Airbnb that's local, like maybe 20 minutes away, just to take time away from her kids, her husband, the dog, and just like let your nervous system just be in a new space and do nothing. Literally give your body this first real deep rest that it hasn't had. Last time I did this, I went, and I don't, I'm not raising kids currently. I don't have a partner, but I still do this for myself because we get looped into routines. So I think it was last summer or the summer before, I went to a beach house that my friends own, and they let me stay there for a couple nights. And I remember crying the first night because I felt so calm and peaceful. Sorry, I just keep pausing if the lawn guys come by, but I cried because I felt so like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I was living in such a loud environment, or my mind was just racing and racing and racing, and I wasn't realizing it. You know, Awakening, my channel is called Awakening with Michelle Thornton, right? The one thing I've learned, and I'm 7 years into my awakening, is that we never stop awakening. There are things that I'm uncovering every single week, and it blows my mind, because right when you think you know yourself, and right when you think you remember all of your traumas, or you think you've done everything you need to do to manifest that thing, there's still more. And it's a safety mechanism. Our body is designed to protect us, right? So it's only going to let things surface when you're ready for it. And if, now that I know all of my traumas and pain that I've been through, now that I can see it all on a list, I have my expansion list of everything that I've been through. If that all would have surfaced right when I awakened, I probably would have died, because it was so, they're painful. It's like you're so sad that certain things happen to you. And then you also awaken to things that you've done to other people. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Or I can't believe I said that. I want to take it back. And you start to like really hate yourself. But that's the awakening, is you're seeing like, oh, that pattern, that thing that I did was a pattern running me, and it wasn't truly me. So at some point on the journey, you have to wake up to what you've done and what was done to you, and forgive it, and have compassion for it, and say, okay, I did not know what I was doing back then. I was not awake. And if that all were to surface at once, it would be too much for your system. So you're being called to take a vacation, go into your cave, rest, watch a sunset, watch a sunrise, look for the breadcrumbs along the way, co-create your days. And when you make this change, you're going to feel amazing. Okay, I just heard two more. Actually, we're going to take three. The universe adores you. We have twin flame energy, 1111. If you're seeing 1111, you might be meeting your twin flame soon, or you're in that sovereign energy of I love myself, I don't need anything else, and that's the twin flame energy. And then we have 1010. Isn't that funny? It's like 1111, then 1010 right back to back. So when you heal that part of you where you no longer need something outside of you. So a twin flame, I'm just going to quickly describe this real fast. A twin flame partnership is different from soulmates because soulmates are easy. It's like the picket fence type of love. It's the type of relationship that, you know, we grew up with, that we're used to, right? It's almost conditional love. Twin flame is complete wholeness. It's one soul split into two bodies, right? So this other person is a deep reflection of you. And in order for your bodies to be able to be near each other in the same room, in the same environment, maybe you magnetize each other at some point in your life and you're like, whoa, I know this person. How do I know them? You know, you just have this feeling, and their eyes usually indicate it. Um, but you can never be in the same space as them without them running or you running away until you have zero fear. So think about your body right now. If you have fear, if you have anxiety, if you have just any fear-based energy about finances, about work, about love, about, you know, any fear, if that lives in your body, you will not be able to be in the same room as your twin flame. So when a cycle is completing, it could mean you are releasing more of the fear-based energy. You're coming into your soul, you're coming into wholeness, and you're like, wow, I'm not triggered as much anymore. And that's the work that I do in my mentorship, in my Soul Accelerator program. The mentorship is 8 weeks with me one-on-one. The Soul Accelerator is 6 weeks with a group of women and me. So it's a little bit shorter. We kind of accelerate it. Both are actually the same price. But that's the goal of what I'm doing in those groups and in my mentorship is I am helping you come back to you so that you can be in whatever partnership you want to be in. Because the more whole you are, the more you're going to attract someone that's loving you as the wholeness that you are. So either way you win, whether you're with a twin flame, whether you're with a soulmate. You're just loving yourself so much that you know that this other person out there, you don't need them. You're almost in a like a whatever energy. Like they're in their house next to you and you're like, okay, they're here. They're across the country. Okay, I know they're on the planet. It's okay. It's this sovereignty. You're not needing another body to bring you joy. You are just in your joy by yourself, and it's a treat if they're there, but you don't need anything from them. You don't expect anything from them. You don't need them to congratulate you. You don't need them to do anything for you. That's twin flame energy. Okay, I just wanted to make that clear because a lot of people are like, I want to manifest my SP, my special person. And I think about like, you know, all the parts. I've been studying this for 7 years now. Ever since I spiritually awakened, I first heard of twin flame, and that's what got me started. And I always wanted to be a twin flame coach back then, and I'm kind of doing it now. But it's a really hard relationship because you have to have no fear. And you guys know how much fear we have inside of us, and the fact that I talked about how unaware we are. Like, I still have things coming up that I didn't even know were inside of me. So we have to be able to see fear in us and then do something with it. How are you alchemizing it? How are you transmuting it? You know, I woke up with fear in the middle of the night the other night, and I was like, okay, here's some fear-based energy in me. Michelle, what do you need to do? And my soul was like, look at your finances. So I sat down, I put on music, I lit a candle, I call it a money love date. And I made a little money date with myself, and I wrote out all of my expenses. I deleted subscriptions that I didn't want anymore. I even texted my sister-in-law this morning. I used to be a Young Living associate. I deleted that. I was like, I don't do that anymore. I don't need it. So I kind of was cutting cords of all this financial energy that I don't want anymore. And that's what the fear was. My soul was telling me that I still have cords of money being siphoned away from me. And the fear in the middle of the night was showing me that. So I went in and cut it all out. I had a money love date. I made it an experience. I made it fun. It's a form of self-care to take care of your finances. You need to know what you're spending and you need to know what's coming in. This is a form of self-care. If you are not looking at your finances and you're not, I used to be this way. I literally couldn't handle, because I was in like so much debt. I literally couldn't handle looking at it. I would walk by my mailbox and not want to check it. And that's the fear-based energy. That alone will block a manifestation from coming in. That will block a partner from coming in, because you're not loving yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You have to be fearless and say, I'm going to make this a loving date with myself. I'm going to look at all my money. And if there's not a lot coming in, it's okay. I'm still going to look at it and see, what do I need to do to create more? Or where can I stop money from going out? And you just clean it up, right? And I really took inventory. There's certain things that I pay for, like my mentor, um, healing sessions for myself. Those are staples. Like, I am not stopping paying for that, because that makes me make more money. If you guys are investing, like the women who are investing in Awaken Your Magic, my online community, if you're not in there, go ahead and join. The link is in the comments. But if you're not investing in yourself for your growth, that could be a block, right? For your twin flame or your any manifestation, a money manifestation. If you have money going to things that are not good for you, you really need to take a look at it and go, okay, I'm going to invest in Awaken Your Magic or Michelle's group coaching program or another healer or work with another therapist or whoever it is. Keep putting money in that direction, because that is what feels good. You're not going to have anxiety in the middle of the night because you're spending money on growth, right? You're only going to have that anxiety if money is flying out of your pocket on DoorDash and all these different things that you know you shouldn't be spending money on. So really get real with yourself. Have your money love date, light a candle, put on some music, have a spreadsheet, write down all of your monthly expenses, write down your income for this week. And if it was low, say it's okay. Next week, my goal is to be this number. And then you start manifesting it from thin air, or you ask the universe to move you into the person who can create the money. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, a spiritual guide is on the way. So this is you investing in yourself, hiring a spiritual guide to help you do these things. And let me tell you, if you are somebody who is scared of your finances and you're scared of money, or you want to, maybe you're desperately wanting to manifest more money to be able to pay for these things, you need a guide, because you need somebody to sit with you and do that money love date with you, because sometimes it's so hard and we feel so alone on the journey, and we feel shame about our debt. We feel shame about, we just feel shame around money, and we need somebody like me or like a mentor to say, hey, no judgment. Let's thank the debt. Let's thank the loans. Let's thank everything for being a resource for us, and not buy into the world's conditioning that you're a bad person if you have debt and you're awful if you don't know how to take care of your money. F that. You are a beautiful soul and you're doing the best you can. And maybe you've had trauma around money. Maybe you watched your parents not take care of money. Maybe they didn't even teach you anything about money. It is not your fault. And you need somebody like me to sit down with you and say, it's okay. This is what we've created up until now, but we are going to move out of this and do a money love date. We're going to track our finances. We're going to delete things. We're going to ask the universe to hook us up with the best cable bill or the best company to use for whatever it is we need to do. You're going to manifest discounts. Your life can be so freaking magical if you believe it can be magical. But if you keep avoiding and not looking at your finances and not looking at your fear-based energy in your body, you're not going to be able to progress in the way your spirit is calling you to progress. Okay. I felt guided to end there. Let's do a new deck that we haven't done in a while. We're going to do Gabby Bernstein's The Universe Has Your Back. Drink break. Cheers to a wonderful week. This is the week that, 12 years ago, it was my daughter's last week with me. She passed away on August 29th, and it was a super, super powerful week. We baptized her the last week. We had a little seashell with a little sand from the ocean, and we used a little bit of water, and we put a little white dress on her. And that week was really, 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 really hard. But I also remember as being like relief that she wasn't going to suffer anymore. Like, we knew that she was going to pass away. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, she was poked, she was prodded, she would have IVs in her scalp, in the veins in her scalp, because her veins were too tiny in her arms. And you guys, like, not to bring up anything sad in this reading, but like, honor the things that you saw in your past that were traumatic. And when I say honor it, like, really see yourself from a helicopter view going through that experience. Like, I look at myself sitting by her crib and just watching her lay there, not being able to move her arms and legs. Like, she would just lay there like a cute little froggy with her legs all up and like her arms back. She couldn't move her arms and legs. And I sometimes I think about that. I'm like, I was her mom. Like, I have this innate desire, and I want to cry right now because I have this innate desire to protect her and to save her and to watch somebody so helpless who you love. Like, you can't even put words to love. And I watched her body deteriorate. It got worse and worse and worse. And this week was the worst. Like, she was skin and bones when she passed away. Like, just thinking about a baby being malnourished, right? Like, her body couldn't absorb nutrients because of her muscle disorder. So like, I sometimes forget what my eyes have actually seen. Yes, my spiritual self can be like, okay, she's not in any pain, her soul is okay, you know, it's taking care of her, maybe she's not even in her body at this point, but I physically still saw that. And we have to honor that part of us that saw traumatic things. And this is part of manifestation too, and healing and growing and being peaceful and, you know, having the perfect love life that you want. Is we have to release the pain that our body still holds from what we saw and what we felt and what we experienced. So this week, I will probably cry a lot because my body remembers what it felt like to literally watch someone you love suffer, and a baby at that, you know, like, it's just, I have moments where it blows my mind that I survived that. Um, so I just want to send hugs to anybody else. If you've watched a loved one deteriorate and suffer, and you watched their body deteriorate, but their spirit was still there and still smiling and stuff, I'm sending you so much love, because what you experienced, I need you to really sit with it and see it. Don't just shove it under the rug and say, oh, you know, it's okay, I survived it, and I know they're okay and they're free now and they're not suffering. No, don't push it away like that. You're deflecting and you're not really feeling it. And when you do that, you're still holding on to the fear in your body. Okay. Okay. First two messages from Gabby's deck. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. Now, we can't have fun if we have that fear-based energy living in us, if we're waking up at 2 a.m. with anxiety. And I wanted to add, after I did my money love date, the next few nights, there was no anxiety. My soul was giving me the anxiety, saying, hey, Michelle, you need to look at this. You got to take action. And it felt so good. I felt like it was like self-care. Then I went to the gym and I had the best workout ever. I just felt like I was back in my body. I was like, man, I need to do this more. Okay, let's do angel answers. We've not done this. Again, we're going to do a bunch of decks I've not used in a while. Angel answers. If you believe, this is having full faith in those detours, in those obstacles. You're meant to have these people pass away. You're meant to have these illnesses, these detours, these things that break us down to break us open, to receive more of the rainbow energy. Okay? The universe works fast when we're having fun. It's going to lead us with the breadcrumbs. When we rest, when we take vacations, when we be the froggy and we jump back in the water, right? If you believe in your desires and you release that fear, they will come. And the detours, right? The detours, the obstacles that are like, you know, it's leading you in the right direction. The obstacle is causing you to release that fear. Okay, so see every hiccup, every trigger, every obstacle as an opportunity for you to see more of the fear in you and how you can move beyond it. Okay, let's do one more. I just had a panicked moment and I looked at my, my computer, and I was like, am I recording? I've done that before where I've been sitting here and I do a whole reading and it didn't record. Okay, be assertive. So to me, this is taking action. It's kind of like the make the change, you'll feel amazing card. Be assertive with your dreams. And we have another rainbow. Look, we have a double rainbow. So if rainbows are a sign for somebody, get excited. Magic is on the way. And I've watched 3 podcasts in the past 2 days where it was just other spiritual teachers, other coaches on this journey, and they all agree that you have to heal in order to receive. So if you like my channel because you like the sign videos or you like the manifestation videos, you have to understand that if you hold more fear, more anxiety, if you are not releasing the traumas or having somebody help you release them, you're going to stay stagnant. You're going to plateau. We have to continue to release. And there's so many manifestation coaches out there that are doing amazing work, and they're just talking about your mind and how to control and how to manifest with words and affirmations and subliminals. And yes, those things are great, but it's not the only piece. The nervous system, you have to go into the nervous system. Okay. If the belief system is caused from the feelings that we're holding in the nervous system. So when people talk about, oh, just use a subliminal to rewire yourself, that's only going to work so far, because your body is still going to be, if you're doing the subliminal, but yet in your waking moments, you're still triggered by certain things. Or maybe I was on a call the other day with a new client, and she was saying how she went to the Bruce Springsteen concert, and her parents had this opinion about his political views, and they were like, why would you go see him when he believes in this? And she just was like, why am I triggered by this? She was upset that her parents had this opinion, and she realized that she's still trapped in some sort of belief system that she has to please her authority figures, her parents. So she didn't feel free about that concert because her parents had an opinion about it. So that's an example about how a subliminal is not going to help you out of that. You have to physically do the work in the nervous system to heal that pattern of needing to people please, right? So that's why it's like a co-creation with the body and the mind and the belief system and the subconscious mind. Okay, this is, I believe, I forget the name of this. Is this my spell casting? I think this is spell casting deck. So beautiful here today. Normally I'd be sitting out here and be sweating, but it's like 70 degrees. It's so nice. Okay, we have confidence. So we have be assertive, if you believe, and confidence. Let's ask, what do we need to be confident about? Let's use Abraham Hicks. This is Abraham Hicks manifestation deck. Oh, they said don't shuffle, just cut the deck. Okay, ready? You have the ability to pivot under any and all conditions, but most of you are habitual in nature, and your patterns are so well entrenched that at times the fastest path to joy you seek is for you to take your pivot as you sleep. Wow. By reaching for good feeling thoughts before you go to sleep and then experiencing the benefit of the quiet mind that occurs while you sleep, then upon awakening, immediately turning to good feeling thoughts, you can accomplish the ultimate pivoting experience. I love this. So this is taking a trigger, and the back it says, I can pivot under any and all conditions. So like I said, that example with my client with her parents, if she could go to bed rewiring herself, saying, going back to childhood and all those times where she felt like she had to please her parents, or maybe you had a mom or dad, somebody watching this, maybe you had a mom or dad where nothing was ever good enough. It was like, you scored a goal, well, why didn't you score 3 goals? You got an A on this, well, why didn't you get an A plus, right? That's just one example. This is saying, go back to that time where you felt that, and say, no, 1 is enough. I don't need to perform to be loved. I love myself just for breathing. And I'm so sad that my inner child did not receive unconditional love from that parent who, yes, was wanting the best for me, but they were never satisfied in their own nervous system. So this is saying, go to bed and change any conditioning in your mind about your past. And that's why I said subliminals don't always work, because you have to know what you're changing, right? You have to know what belief system do you have. Well, you know it by your reality and by people calling you and then feeling a trigger and being like, oh, this is my belief system and I didn't even know it. I was on a call the other night too with a client who jokingly said something like, yeah, if I'm on YouTube teaching people how to manifest millions, everyone would think I'm a fraud, or I'm trying to win one over on them. And she was joking, you know what I mean? It was just like a passing, because she's so funny and that's her humor. But I told her, I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, your humor shows you your subconscious mind. So her belief system is that if she's successful, nobody will believe her. People will think she's a fraud. People will think she's fake. People will reject her. So we got to the root of her fear of being successful, whether that's with money, with her YouTube channel, with her career, whatever it is. She just uncovered that no matter what level she gets to, she's going to be smushed. People are going to find some way to diminish her, which is literally symbolic of what happened to her in childhood. So we figured that out with like 2 minutes left on our call the other night. It was so good. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, we always have these breakthroughs right before we finish our calls. So sometimes when you're unconsciously saying things to be funny, it's actually showing you more of you. So don't be afraid to have a coach or somebody who's willing to show you more of you. Be open and say, gosh, Michelle, show me my shit. Show me what you see in me, because I want to be better. That's how I am with my mentor. I'm like, Anna, you can tell me anything. Okay, we have change. Yes. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. Yep. This is Tosha Silver's Abundance deck. Super beautiful. Look at the front of the deck. So change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. So it's an ego death. When you finally see the obsessive need to be perfect, the need to people please, like my client with her parents judging her going to that concert. It's just her soul has manifested people not accepting her because she's not accepting her. She's not fully allowing herself to just go and have fun without somebody critiquing it. So it's a pattern that runs in her that she has to release in order to receive other people in her reality supporting her as she's doing these things. Another one of Tosha Silver's deck is the Wild Offering. I think it's, yeah, the Wild Offering. Yeah. Spaciousness. Oh, I love this. This is like a clear the clutter card. What do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things that drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. There's a butterfly on this card that might have some meaning for somebody. So you're releasing something. When I get this card, it just means create some space. Go rearrange your house, go clean out your car, release some people for a bit, maybe put some people on the back burner and be like, you know what? They keep texting me a lot and I just don't have the energy for it. They pull me down, they judge me. The advice I gave my client with her parents was, I was like, hey, the less you share with them, the less ammo that they have. So maybe let's replace them. That's that source of validation and your need for control to know that you're doing the right thing, and you're obsessively maybe trying to please the dad or the mom who's in constant judgment, and is saying like, hey, what you're doing is not enough. How can we stop that pattern and not call them anymore, and then call a friend or call me and say, I went to this concert and it was awesome. And I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so happy that you're doing things that your inner child wants to do. Like, we need to shift and create space and get away from that energy, and then only go down this path where you're talking to people that are going to support you. And sometimes that shift helps the nervous system integrate into this new life. You can leave a job, you can leave a relationship, you can leave anywhere, but your nervous system, after you leave, it's going to take some time to recalibrate to the new you. Because once we let go, then it's like this ripple effect of, now who are we? Who are we without that thing? Now that we've created space, how do we live in our body in this new way? Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have direction. Lord, please show me the right action to take right now. Please bring me a sign and a miracle that gives me clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body. And if for some reason, I love this, pay attention. if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me. You guys can use this prayer anytime where you feel like you're not trusting yourself. Ask your angels and your guides to jump into your body and to stop you if you're going in the wrong direction. I tend, when I pull this card, back in 2020, I remember I was seeing a guy and he wasn't good for me and I didn't see it back then. And I kept getting this card. And this card has that sentence, like, please stop me. So my guides were trying to stop me and I was misinterpreting it. I was thinking that there was something that was coming that maybe I need to like steer away from. I didn't realize that what I was currently in was the thing that I needed to stop going towards. So this message could be for somebody else. If you're in a situation where, you're going in a certain direction right now, this might be your guide saying, "Hey, stop. This is your stop sign." Maybe make some space and stop giving your energy to certain people and go in another direction. Okay, let's use my God deck, my Course in Miracles. Man, the long guys are still here. Holy cow. I feel like they've been here for like 3 hours. All right, Course in Miracles. This is where I got my prayer universe, where will you have me go, what will you have me do, who will you have me see, what will you have me say, and to whom. Bring me all the magic today. I almost just forgot it, but this is where I got that prayer. It's from the Course in Miracles. My holiness shines bright and clear today. In this world, you can become a spotless mirror in which the holiness of your Creator shines forth from you to all around you. You can reflect heaven here. So you can see life and all your characters in your movie as a mirror, right? You can use your reality to as a gauge to see, where am I at? If I'm attracting people who are negative, oh man, I'm still in a negative mindset. So your reality is fun. You can go out and dance and play with life, go to Target, go to stores and see what you're attracting. Okay? I'm going to pause real fast. Okay, so as you're observing your reality and you're seeing what you're reflecting back to you or what you're attracting to you, that's when you can look at it and become a spotless mirror. You can go within and say, okay, let me not do this anymore. Let me not think this way. If I am in a store in line and somebody's criticizing somebody else, ask yourself, do I criticize myself? Why am I drawn to this person? Like, when you guys do this work, your life literally becomes a magic carpet ride and you're only around high vibrational people. Everywhere you go, you just attract high vibrational people. And it's cool and things just happen for you. You hit every green light, as I like to say. You get gift cards, you get the best parking spots. It's like your reality just literally aligns for you. Say you're in a really long line at the airport, somehow somebody will come up to you and say, hey, I'm opening up another security line over here. Come to this line. It's like all the floodgates open for you. So that's what this is saying, is allow your holiness to shine through you so that you can manifest effortlessly. And to me, it's not about the $1 million or the end game. It's about the daily living in instant manifestation. You're just getting everything you want, when you want it, and how you want it. Okay, we're going to use a deck that I have not used at all, the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. This is the little book, super cute. Here's what the deck looks like. Intuitive Night Goddess. Lawn people, go away. I can't handle the noise anymore. Wow, heartbreak. We have Three of Swords and Eight of Pentacles. So Eight of Pentacles is a woman who's creating her own abundance. She's working on her finances. So, okay, so this is somebody, maybe they're heartbroken about their finances, or maybe a heartbreak is leading them to go within to create their own abundance for themselves. This could be maybe being in a marriage where somebody else was in charge of your finances and you're now learning. Look how beautiful that this card is with all the flowers. It's like you're now saying, I can create my own. I don't need anybody else to provide for me. And that's not a masculine energy. It's just your sovereignty. It's you knowing that you're a beautiful co-creator and you can co-create with spirit, with the Holy Spirit. You can allow God and the universe to provide for you in a way, right? When we use that co-creator ability, we're not relying on ego, we're not relying on ourselves, but we're asking spirit to move us. And you guys just see that fly? It literally like went right by my eye. You're literally allowing the Holy Spirit to move you, and my legs are like shaking right now. Holy cow. That's wild. Like the Holy Spirit's in me. But you're allowing this energy to jump in your body and to say, okay, I am going to ask you to move me to create the abundance that I need to support myself. Okay, quick text message. My sister-in-law, what are the fives and angel numbers? I've been seeing a lot of 555. Everybody's been seeing 555, you guys. That is wild. That she's messaging me right now with that. She normally doesn't see them. Okay, we're going to do a very different deck. It is the Archangel Oracle. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful purple. So we're going to see what Archangel message do we need at this time. Archangel Perlamec, I think it's Meek. I'm not sure. It says, let nature soothe you, serve the nature kingdom. Maybe you guys can help me pronounce this. But this is being out in nature. You know, it's not a coincidence that I chose to do this reading outside today, right? I haven't done that in a while. I just felt guided. I used to do these all the time out here, and now I feel like I'm like back in the flow in a weird way. It's like I lost that urge to want to do it. So this is saying get out in nature, allow nature to replenish you. Let's read from the book what this means. Okay. The angel of nature radiates a glowing green color. He has centered this universe to help the whole of the natural world ascend with Gaia. He steps his energy down through his retreat over Great Zimbabwe, Africa. This archangel works with the elemental master Pan to see over, it says Pan, not plan, Pan to oversee the spiritual development of trees and the entire green world. He also persuades humans to honor the forests and recognize their extraordinary importance for the future of the planet. He sometimes appears in person to persuade individuals not to cut down trees that are necessary for ecological or ecological balance. The elemental kingdom, including the green dragons, cooperates with him to bring comfort through the healing power of nature. He holds the vision of wonderful green future for the world. Oh, I love this. And then the guidance says, being in nature calms and balances you so that you can see everything through a loving lens. It also enables you to heal and regenerate. So that's going back to the frog card. You're being called to be in nature to heal. And this archangel is literally an angel that kind of whispers like, hey, don't cut down that tree. Don't litter in nature. Don't abuse Mother Nature. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I hope you're loving all of these new messages that we're doing. Feels good. Let's do other ones that I want to do. Okay, let's go to my tray now. Let's do some animal. I just saw the stag at the bottom of the deck. It says take the lead. Means like take the lead in your own life. Take action, move forward. Like I talked about the money love date. Like sometimes you have to take action and do the uncomfortable thing. Chameleon spirit, act as if. Action, act as if. Love this. So you're pretending, you're allowing your imagination to lead you, to guide you to what's best for you. You know, if we can act as if and fake it till you make it, that's us actually manifesting. You're living from the end. You're pretending your life is a certain way, And you're doing it over and over and over again until the universe aligns it for you. Okay, way too many cards, but we did get the seahorse on the top. So we're going to put that, we're going to take that. Watch and wait. Be patient, bop around for a bit. So once you act as if and you live from the end and you start releasing your traumas, you become more aware of who you are. Now we watch and wait. We see how the universe aligns to us. We go out in public and we see what we're manifesting. Who are we attracting? It's a gauge for where we are on the journey. Lawn guys are back. Okay. I just heard final few cards. We have the flamingo. Embrace the in-between. Flamingo, embrace the in-between. This is that waiting. The seahorse is saying wait. The chameleon, we acted as if. We blended into the new life that we want to co-create for ourselves. Now we're the seahorse. We're bopping around. We're watching. We're waiting. The flamingo says embrace the waiting, embrace the in-between. And the groundhog says it's time to let go. So in that waiting, you're pushing away anything that's hindering your vibration. You're getting out into nature. You're not staying in the four walls of your house. You're not going to stay in fluorescent lighting. You're getting your physical form out. Okay. Okay, let's do some tarot, angel wisdom tarot. I just saw Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we have renewal, reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in an, I almost said time to heal in a new direction. So maybe that's the message. Time to head in a new direction, clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. So this is make the change, you'll feel amazing. This is allowing spirit to create the change within you. If you don't know what change it is, ask spirit to move you to make that change. Just like the direction card. Please stop me if I'm heading in the wrong direction. Show me how to act as if towards the thing that I want. Renewal happens when you do that. You start to see the beauty of what you can create by renewing your life. And I just saw Ace of Cups again at the bottom of the deck, so we're going to take it, or the Page of Cups, I'm sorry. Sensitive, open-hearted, inexperienced, messages regarding relationships, new emotional experiences, a romantic encounter, social invitations or events, heightened psychic abilities. Your gifts might be turning on soon. There's a dolphin in this card, which means you're a healer. You're bringing joy to the situation. Your cup is overflowing. So it's like you're ready for this new love connection. All right, I just heard final card. Final card. We have the Empress. Time to take action, give birth to your dreams, creative projects that will be very successful, abundance and prosperity. Heck yes! This could be lottery. This could be your YouTube channel blowing up. This could be your book getting out into the world, the podcast getting a bunch of listens. The Empress creates from that blank space in the womb, right? She's using her creative abilities. She's holding a unicorn. She's like believing in the magic, right? She sets the tone for what is possible for you. She shows you what is possible. Time to take action. So we got a bunch of action cards. Give birth to your dreams. Creative projects. And there's little bunnies in the card. Look at the little bunnies in the background. They're so cute. Abundance and prosperity. All right, you guys, you are so worthy of having that abundant life, having that abundant love life. You can have it all. You just have to believe it and do the work to work with somebody else to help show you what you're still holding on to. Where's the fear-based energy? Where are you not seeing it? Okay. And if any of my clients are watching this right now, if you, and you guys know, if you've worked with me, you know that we uncover things on our calls that you did not know before you hopped on that call. And it's not, it's unique to me, but it's unique to just having somebody else help you see more of you. A lot of people can do it for you because we're also gifted and we're also talented and we've been through it too. So that's why we can help you. But my advice is if one of my clients is watching this right now, comment below and tell the YouTube world how you didn't know something about yourself and you needed to see it, and then it brought forth so much change in your life. So like the progress of, oh, I didn't know this and I hopped on a call with Michelle or I watched one of her videos and it helped me see my past or my trauma or my pain, and it helped me love it and forgive it. And then all of a sudden my life changed because of it. I want to hear those stories. So drop the stories below, even if it's somebody that I've never met and maybe you've watched my channel and you're just like, oh my gosh, I've changed so much. Tell me, I want to hear about it. Okay. Because I only know what I've been through in my expansion list. And I love hearing other people's stories about how they're transforming and growing. And if you feel called to transform in a group setting or a one-on-one setting, I offer both. I have a program starting October 1st with like 7 or 8 other women. It's a group coaching program. You can hit the link in the comments in my description to join, to get on the wait list. You can lock in your spot now by paying a portion of the payment if you want. I already have 4 people signed up, so make sure you get in there and save your spot. But yeah, we need support and we need to be able to see these blocks, because you are the Empress and you're meant to bring something into the world. And when we're not doing this work, but we're watching these videos, we're stagnant. We're too much of the seahorse. We're bopping and waiting too much. And the Empress is saying, hey, it's time to take action. But first, do the work, make the change, right? Rest, and then start working with somebody, start healing by the water. Do everything you need to do to set yourself up to feel good. So if you're having anxiety like I did, you're going to do the money love date. You're going to face your finances. You're going to face any fear that lives in your body, because that is what is going to set you free. If you face your fear, you receive all of your desires. All right, lovies, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. I am sending you so much love. My butt is going to be out there in that chair in about 20 minutes, getting my sun codes, feeling the breeze. So I encourage you to get out in nature. Remember what archangel, I can't even say their name, the archangel of trees, we can call him. But go be around trees. Like, look at this beautiful tree behind me. I'm going to be laying out underneath it all day and I cannot wait. So make sure you're putting your vessel out in nature to receive those codes, to receive that good love energy. All right, I will see you in the next one. Thank you for supporting me and my channel, and send some good wishes for me this week with my daughter's anniversary. I'm also going to be hosting a manifestation workshop on her anniversary on August 29th. So that link will also be below when this airs. So make sure you save your spot and get in there. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next one. Have a fantastic week.